Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano and I'm back with another Star Wars Micro Machines unboxings. This time it is the Adventure Gear Darth Vader's lightsaber slash Death Star trench playset. Now this playset's pretty cool. This is we've actually done this Adventure Gear before in another set. And this was the Yavin base slash Luke's binoculars playset. It opens up and inside's the Yavin base. And I actually found out recently that this isn't the only time it's been done. In fact, there was a set that Galoob did way back when. I think it was called Adventure Gear. Let me see if I can find it. What's my search terms? Galoob Army Gear is what it was called. And they were these army sets, like it'd be a gun or a knife or a canteen or binoculars. And they would open up into these mini play sets. So it's kind of funny to see Galoob use that same route for these two toys. Now, unfortunately, it was only these two toys that got the Star Wars treatment. And here they are. I mean, we've already done the one with Luke's binoculars. Today we're looking at the Adventure Gear. This toy came out in 1997. It is 20 years old. 20 years old, and I'm going to open it. It's unopened, sealed in the box. Well, not sealed anymore. I opened it right before I hit record. But still, 20-year-old toy. Never seen the light of day. Let's get into it. All right, guys, like always, I like to show you the front of the box with the artwork, so let's take a look. Notice the newer logo doesn't say Micro Machine Space, but it does say the original scale miniature. And there is a X-Wing blasting its way through the trench, blowing up that little porthole. I like that that's an angle of the trench, and then that's also an angle of the trench. That's really cool artwork. That blending that happens right there to right here is actually really kind of complicated and like complex to make that lighting work, and then to make that lighting work. I'm sorry to get like distracted by the artwork on that, but that is really cool that that's the trench and that's the trench. As an artist, personally, I never would have thought to go that route, and I think this is why I love the artwork on the boxes. All right, so let's get on to the next part. We've got Darth Vader. He looks cool. He looks a little bulbous in his head right there. He's a little bulbous. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being picky. Either way, that still just blows me away. But it is Darth Vader, and he's holding his lightsaber, and I think that all looks really good. And then notice the packaging. Notice the packaging has these stripes. It's got the stripes because it is a newer set. The ones from 97, 98, and on. Really, I mean, there's a episode 1 set right there, so those had different artwork too. But for the most part, all the newer ones had this kind of look to them, and the older ones had that kind of look to them. So there you go. All right. So back to this one, we do see a little sneak peek. It says Galactic Gear that transforms into a Star Wars action scene. Vader's lightsaber, Death Star trench, ages 4 and up. Don't put the things in your nose. And in here we've got X-Wing Starfighter, and it's kind of cool because it's red. It's a different paint job than even the ones we saw in the movie. We get a Grand Moff Tarkin figure, and he's got a very Grand Moff Tarkin pose. We've got Darth Vader, another Darth Vader, Lord Darth Vader. And we have Imperial Gunner, who looks like a xenomorph from the Alien series. But, I mean, that is what the Gunner's helmets look like. I think I've got one maybe up there in that Death Star playset. Kind of. No, maybe I don't. I think the closest I got was the Jyn Erso figure. And that helmet is very similar. Okay, let's take a look at the back of the box. We've got Adventure Gear, Galactic Gear that transforms into Star Wars action scene, Vader's lightsaber, Death Star trench. Shift into gear for more Star Wars adventures. You've been issued a key piece of equipment from the Star Wars trilogy to help battle control of the galaxy. But there's more to these awesome accessories than meets the eye. Is that a Transformers reference? Open your Adventure Gear to transform your equipment into an exciting Star Wars scene. There we go. There's the Luke's binoculars, the Yavin Rebel base. Think big, play small Micro Machines. We've got a playset, all 13 vehicle collections. Collection 10, for those of you who don't know Roman numerals. Royal Guard Death Star 2 is one of the earlier sets I opened up. These miniature heads, I'll be doing a video on those soon. We've done Planet Dagobah before, and we've done the Millennium Falcon. There we go. 1997 is the year. And let's get into the features here. Starting on the bottom left, we have Grand Moff Tarkin. Thinking pretty hard there. We've got the control rooms. I like how that's set up. Darth Vader's lightsaber opens into the Death Star trench. We have the exhaust port, which is bright green. Death Star side panel. So this thing like pops off. Laser bolt. When you hit the laser bolt, the side panel pops off. We have an Imperial Gunner who hangs out in his own little porta potty or whatever that is. Opening hatch, again, porta potty. A view sight. I like this feature. I actually had this set when I was a kid, so I've played with this before. It says, for use with most Micro Machines vehicles. Alright, X-Wing Starfighter, there it is. It's not painted with the red nose, similar to the one that we're actually getting in the package, which I find interesting. Flip down landing pad, and there it is, a little landing pad, pops down, and Darth Vader can kind of just hang out there. And then Lord Darth Vader. And some rotating guns. Alright. Now, a lot of times I don't show you guys what's on the top or the side of the box, but heck, today I remembered. Let's do it. I think it's going to be more of the same. Lightsaber pops open. Opening hatch fits figures inside. Flip down pad. Laser bolt explodes, quotation mark. Death Star panel. Again, the weird X-Wing that doesn't match the other ones. Galactic gear that transforms into a different set. One thing I should note. This set came out after Star Wars Special Edition. So, they're used to, the set that I bought, it actually came with this, like, wide vision tops card inside. This one doesn't say that it does, so maybe it was after the fact. But 97 is when they re-released Star Wars with the new weird scenes that we're all stuck with now and have had for the last 20 years. So I guess they're normal, but the ones I first watched didn't have them, so it's, to me, I still think of it as new. Now, as I'm unboxing this, I do want to mention to you guys, as always, I put an Amazon link down below. It's a link to this playset. So if you ever want to purchase it, there is a link there on Amazon. If you buy anything through those links, not this toy, but anything, you can go there and then buy a bag of candy or something. A small percentage of whatever you purchase goes to help the channel, be it a couple pennies. If you buy a huge purchase, I might get $1 or $2. That's how that works. But I like to go through the trouble of finding it, because sometimes you collectors stumble onto these videos, and you're like, oh my god, I didn't know that existed. Which is why I'm doing these videos, is to basically show kids who watch my channel, and even adult collectors who've never seen these toys before, just how cool they are. And personally, I love Micro Machines. Like I said, I had this one when I was a kid, and it's kind of cool to be able to play with it again and open it back up. So, you guys want to see what's inside? I've got instructions. You want close-ups? I suppose I would only do it justice if I gave you close-ups, right? So, let's do it. Alright, first off, we have our Join the Star Wars Fan Club. And then we've got Lightsaber. I like that the title is Lightsaber. Gee, thanks. And there's 19 stickers there. That's kind of a lot. And then we have our instructions to attach the labels. It tells me where to put all 19 of those stickers. And then it tells us how to attach things, how to make the laser bolt function work, how to actually make the X-Wing go down the trench. You flick this little knob, shoots him down the trench, and if it hits the laser beam, that thing blows up. And if it hits, that's not there, you pop the laser beam back in, it actually hits the trench and the trench blows up. So that's kind of cool. Or the exhaust port, sorry. The exhaust port blows up. So it just goes over that. The back is blank. Let's see how well... Oh yeah, look at that. There's not a whole lot in there. There's a lot of empty going on. There's the actual Death Star, or lightsaber / Death Star. And then this little port here is where my 3 characters and 1 vehicle are. So let's get it all unboxed for you, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I've got everything out of the box, I haven't put the stickers on quite yet, but I did want to show you what it comes with. There's a little side blasting piece that comes off. This is the lightsaber as a whole. Before I haven't even opened it yet. But notice there is a sticker. It's like a chrome kind of sticker. You can see my reflection in there. Hey, you guys are in there somewhere. But that's what this is. That's kind of... I just wanted to show you how that compares. And see, it doesn't stand up because the bottom is rounded. It's got a rounded kind of feel to it. So it doesn't really stand up. But it does have these little flattening parts on there to make sure it does lay flat when you're playing with it. Now, I did want to compare it to a Death Star, not a Death Star, but a lightsaber toy of the same, I don't know, the same kind of variety, is that what you want to call it? And it's definitely different. I mean, just look at these two. When you look at Darth Vader's lightsaber, those don't quite compare, do they? They really don't. They're not even close to like the same kind of thing. So it's kind of funny how they did this. But I get it. I mean, it's a transforming playset. What are you going to do? But it is cool that you can kind of pretend it's your lightsaber. It looks enough like the lightsaber that you might almost not know. Or you might see it and be like, oh, hey, that's Darth Vader's lightsaber. Even though it's definitely not screen accurate or movie accurate. But it's close enough that you can kind of tell. Alright, enough of that comparison. Let's actually get to the stickers and put this stuff together. Guys, I found something unique and different in this set that hasn't been in any of the other Micro Machines sets yet. Look at this. There's a sticker they want me to remove. So this is actually how it tells you how to open it or where to open it from this little area here. But they want you to remove this sticker. So after I put on these stickers, I got to remove that sticker. Just something a little different. All right, guys, I've got all the stickers put on there, all 19 of them, and I've got it assembled and ready to go. Let's take a look close up at the set. This is it once it's open. It's a really cool but basic set. So let's take a look at it this way. They want you to kind of line up the sights and pretend like you're really going to fire down at the Death Star trench down there at the exhaust port. And you flick this thing. Well, you flick it a little bit better than that. See if I can give it a full force. There you go. And actually, I did kind of blow up the exhaust port. And I took out Grand Moff Tarkin. But that's just one thing. Let's take a look at the actual details of this playset. Let's pop the exhaust port back in there. And see, that's how it works when it gets down here at the end. It actually has like a little angle. And it just pops it up. Boop. But enough about that. Let's take a look at some of the cool features in here. I actually may have found one of my favorite stickers ever in any of these sets. Take a look at that Death Star sticker. You are here, and it's right there on the trench. That is a really, really ridiculous but cool detail. Let me kind of remove Tarkin there. You can see some of those neat stickers. There's the actual like Death Star plans kind of going on. Here's, again, Darth Vader on his little landing pad. Now, there is one of these pegs, so if you wanted to put, I don't know, you could put a vehicle or something on there, and it would stick. Though I don't think this TIE Fighter ever landed in there. That's fine. What else do we got here? This is the actual trench. You can see some of the details going along it. I think it looks really good. It's got all the right details. Here's that laser blast piece that kind of sticks out. And see, yeah, when you hit it too far, it actually pops out this little green thing up here. And that causes this piece to pop right off. So, we'll set that up in a minute. This is a little glass door area for a xenomorph alien. Maybe I can get him to not be so blurry. There he is. He's our little xenomorph alien guy. And again, this door does close and open. So if you want to lock him in there like a Death Star gunner, you can do so. It's kind of hard with this laser beam open. It keeps knocking everything over. Again, that does pop right back into place. And we have our little top area with more cool stickers. What is that one? I don't know if that one's anything specific or cool. Yeah, it's just like a neat little sticker. I like what they did. I like that they have these details. It looks like it's some of these turbo laser guns that are off to the side. And that looks like a CD. That looks like maybe the disc that the Death Star plans were kept on. Let's see if I can put this thing back on one-handed. Can I do it? Can I do it? There we go. Good. Okay, so now that I've got this popped out, let's try another time. This time I'm going to hit the laser bolt for sure. I'll just put Tarkin and Vader right there. You guys ready for this? You ready to see what happens? Okay, here goes. 1, 2, boom. See, I blew that up. So that was attack run number 1, was hitting the laser bolt and blowing off that side piece. Let's back this up just a little bit. It is hard to get it to stay on. But I want to close this laser bolt. I'm going to bring this all the way back. And you ready? There's the exhaust port down there. You ready for this? Line up the finger here. There we go. Boom! And we blew it up. There it is. I wonder how hard we can get that to go. That's a real question. Is how high can I actually make that thing pop up? I remember when I was little, like really, really blasting the heck out of this thing. Alright, let's try one more time. Really good one. That's what I'm talking about. That was an actual... Look, I lost the X-Wing. The X-Wing's somewhere down there. It is gone. It's over with all the other Star Wars stuff and with you guys. That's pretty cool. I actually really like this set a lot. I think it's fun. It's simple. Just like the Yavin set. There's not a whole lot to it. But it is a really solid and just fun, kind of cool set. One of the things that is a downer is you cannot keep everybody in here. That little glass portion that held the Xenomorph guy, the Death Star gunner, it doesn't hold more than him. So that's one of the trade-offs of these things, is that you can't, it's not really there for storage. But it is, I don't know, it looks cool. I mean, it's a lightsaber. What more do you need, right? Let me get that all straightened out there. Can I close it? Oh, yeah, I did it wrong. But yeah, you close it up, and you have yourself a cool lightsaber toy, but also a Micro Machines playset. Guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Leave this video a thumbs up if you like seeing these. I'm almost done with the classic Star Wars toys from the 90s that were the Micro Machine sets. I've got Boba Fett down there, and I think I've got the Hoth Pilot, and that's going to be it until we get into Episode 1. And I have almost every single Episode 1 set in box ready to be reviewed. So stay tuned. That is all coming very soon to the Dano channel, so make sure you are subscribed. Do me a favor, leave a comment, leave a like if you like what you saw, like I said earlier. Guys, make sure you don't miss the next Dano channel unboxing, be it a lightsaber video, just a weird random Disney trip, more Micro Machines. Make sure you've tickled that little notification button down below, because that'll let you know the next time I put out a new video here on the channel. So, gotta make sure you're part of that notification squad, and just, you know, come back and enjoy the vids. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. As always, may the Force have with you, and goodbye forever.